Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here. I was up bright and early this morning, which is very relevant to the topic we're going to be chatting about later. But I just wanted to say hi and let you know I was thinking about you and how important you are to me. You know, when we started 60 and Me 5 years ago, there was very little out there for older women. There was not very much in media, and there was just not very much attention being paid. But now things are changing. There are articles about us, about older women, and the things that they are doing, the impact that they are having on younger generations, and also just in their own right, things that we're doing. And they're finally appreciating our wisdom and respecting our achievements. And it just feels so good to have been a part of that early on, to be able to have created this community of almost 500,000 women who are, standing up for who they are in their 60s, not with a harshness, but with a kindness and a generosity and compassion. It's very, very powerful. And I'm super happy to be a part of that. But my tea this morning is sleepy time. Now, here's the box. Oh, upside down. When I was traveling, I actually go to this little shop called Around the World, and it has products from everywhere in the world. And I found this little box of sleepy time tea. I just took the cardboard because I didn't have any room to pack the box. I knew it would get crushed, so I just put the tea bags in, and I found it's the one tea. This is a decaf. I think it's lemon jasmine. So it's a green tea as well. It's very, very good. Anyway, sleepy time. So thank you for that. Now, the other thing is our sponsor for today's show is International Living. Now, if you've been thinking about retiring abroad and you've got some ideas, maybe you want to go to South America, Central America, perhaps somewhere in Europe, International Living has got people all over the world that examine lifestyles in those countries and write about it in an index, a global retirement index that says, where things really stand, what the cost of living is, what the different issues are, and they publish it every year, and they want to share it with our 60andMe community. So we're going to ask you to go out to internationalliving.com/60andme and just give them your email, and they'll send you free of charge this link to the Global Retirement Index. It's really valuable. So that's that. Now, so I've got my sleepy time tea, and I'm ready to talk about something that's super important related to sleep. Now, one of our bloggers, Becky Cohn Vargas, wrote this article based on the latest research on sleep. Now, we've talked about this before, and there's a lot of very interesting research that's been done. And she has a particular interest. She's not been well and been through a lot of challenges with her health the last couple of years. But she wrote this really strong article, and I would suggest you take a look at it. She refers, first of all, to a book by a neuroscientist called Matthew Walker. He's a sleep expert and researcher. And he says this research is revolutionary and really important to understand. All of our lives we've thought, getting by on a little bit of sleep was a good thing. People bragged about it. I'm a CEO of a famous company and I only get 2 hours sleep a night. Or I think Margaret Thatcher said she only got 3 hours sleep a night. But it's just not, in Dr. Walker's perspective, a good thing. And a certain Becky writes about this in her article. So what he says is minimum 6 hours sleep, 6 or 7. That less than that, he says, and these are the words he uses, demolishes your immune system. Not hurts, not harms, but demolishes. Now, I'm not the expert here, so check out this research yourself. But it's really interesting that this man is saying from his experience with research that it increases cardiovascular disease, stroke, heart failure, can help with weight gain or can cause weight gain. And he says because our lives are so hectic and busy, we kind of don't even pay attention to this. We just assume that we're doing okay. But seriously, the thing that is even an additional challenge for us as we get older is not that we don't get 6 hours sleep. Many of us do. Like I was mentioning myself, I only get 3-4 hours sometimes, but it's broken. It's fragmented sleep. So and people all their lives have had to deal with this. If they're a mom, for example, getting up and feeding children, babies, and taking care of sick kids, and all the things you do as a mom that takes away your sleep, and the other things that it can do, we have to break those habits because they stay with us as we get older. So, besides the fragmentation, here are some things that we can do to. Well, here's the benefits of getting a good night's sleep, according to Dr. Walker and also Becky. So, first thing is sleep enhances memory. No question. It is active. Your brain is active while you're sleeping, and it's locking in learning. And it's actually building little chains, like little bridges of memories, one to the other. I don't understand sometimes how you keep repeating dreams. I have one dream in particular that I repeat a lot. So I'm just trying to figure out why it's not making the connection there, like why I have to keep having that dream. But anyway, it's binding memories, and that's important for our well-being. It helps to promote creativity. And this is another thing that's been proven is that you can associate the lessons from your dreams into creative processes. I think the person who discovered the periodic table actually was having these fragmented dreams about the different elements in the universe. And he finally, through dreaming and sleeping analysis, put it all together and created the periodic table. Anyway, it fosters problem solving and it just helps your brain to make faster connections. So I think that's another good reason for getting as much good sleep as you can. It lowers food cravings. I mean, this is obvious. If you're sleeping, you're not eating, but apparently it also just stops you from craving food. And I struggle with this. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and I just honestly can't think of anything else but crackers and cheese. And, I really try to create discipline, meditate, go back to sleep, but I'm sure you've got your habits too. I'm not alone, I'm sure. Anyway, the next thing it does is sleep helps to protect the immune system and keep it healthy. It fights infection and it protects against colds and flu. And this is really interesting. If you even young parents sometimes are getting so little sleep and they always seem to get sick with the kids. I mean, it's really hard to stay healthy when your sleep is completely broken. I mean, how this works, according to the doctors, is it just reduces inflammation. And so much of our physical health problems are caused by inflammation. Cancer, for example, is caused by inflammation. And that's why it's really important to watch your sleep habits throughout your entire life, but particularly as you get older and there are other elements to affect your good health. Seniors do not need less sleep. This is a myth. This is what people say, oh, I'm getting older now, I don't need as much sleep. Well, you may not be getting as much sleep, but you definitely need more sleep. If you're waking up multiple times in the night, I mean, this can obviously create snacking, which is not good for your weight. Also, it can also cause falls. If you're kind of stumbling to the bathroom or you're stumbling, get up out of bed and when you're tired, that's a really difficult challenge. And it's influenced, they say, the doctors, by three things. One is you're not getting enough of this REM sleep, which is this very deep sleep, because you keep waking up. And there's some reasons for that too. The circadian rhythms change as you get older. So you get sleepier early in the evening, and then you wake up early in the morning. That is one of my challenges. If I go to sleep like before 10, I always wake up about 3. And then it's hard to go back to sleep. So if you can, that's your circadian rhythm is changing as you get older. Another thing is the frequent trips to the bathroom. You might have a urinary issue, or just as you get older, it just kind of all needs a little bit more attention. And so that can also keep you awake. So those are three things. There's a book, another book, I don't want to mention it too much detail, but it was about why we age. And it was a book called Force of Character. And it said that dreaming is actually part of aging. That we actually are kind of dealing with our demons and our unfinished business, and it's kind of important. And that's another, maybe fourth reason why we wake up in the night. But that's another whole story. So what can we do? Well, avoid caffeine before you go to sleep. Avoid eating. Turn off all your computers and your TVs before, at least an hour before you try to settle down for sleep. And aim for 8 hours of good rest. Sometimes if you take a hot shower, that helps because then you cool down in the sleep and that helps you to stay asleep. Keep your room temperature cool. And of course, get out in the sunshine during the day. You get that vitamin C and it's really good for your body and it helps you to sleep during the nighttime. Getting that rhythm of light and dark. That's what's really, really important. So I think this is an important message for us. I'm really grateful that Becky wrote the article. And I'd like to ask you, what tips do you have for getting a good night's sleep? Where's my sleepy time? This for me works. I take a sleepy time drink. Sometimes I will take melatonin. It's the only thing really that doctors are happy with you taking instead of sleeping pills. It basically tells your body to go to sleep. It's just a wake up to your brain. It's not a drug. So it's a hormone, it's a vitamin. So that's melatonin. That's a good thing to take, but don't try to, the advice is not to take medications. They just become habitual. But anyway, I'd like to know what you do to stay asleep and to get to sleep. Leave your comments in the section below. Let's have a chat. And I'll join in too, and we'll share from each other. We've got to figure it out together here. So take very good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Do something great for yourself, and we'll see you all back here again soon. Bye-bye for now.